understand that hopefully the goal is to merge the Hispanic group with the English-speaking, parents. I think that's absolutely wonderful. I'm not certain if we did our broadcast in Spanish or had it translated, I'm not even sure how that would work. But then there's other populations that we would be missing. We do have a large Indian population, and I know they have some different dialects. You've got, I think, a decent-sized Polish population. So, I don't think we want to go down that road. I know we want to make it available, and it could become a teaching moment because the maybe not fluent, non-American person could sit down with their kids and watch it on the web. It's an opportunity to do some time together, where the parent, and a lot of our parents that are Hispanic, they are trying to learn English. And I think this could be a good avenue for them to sit with their kids and maybe, observe this and see how they're comprehending and talking with their kids. Make something a teachable moment.
Anyone else?
Part of the reason that I've heard for going forward with this transparency, that it's public interest, that it's easy to do, it should be relatively easy to do. And where I'm struggling with a couple of things is the difference between transparency and transmission of the information. Transparency International defines transparency as the duty of public servants to act visibly, predictably, and understandably. By acting visibly, we act in public here. Predictably, we produce all the documents that the public will see days before the meeting. Every motion that we act on, with the exception of this one, was already in the public's eye days before we arrived here so that we could see it. Understandably, every document or every motion that's in our documents is supported with information given to the public prior to the meetings. So I believe that we are as transparent as Transparency International would want us to be. Nowhere in their definition they talk about the transmission of the data. Public interest and it being easy, if that were true, then outlets like the Patch or the Daily Herald or the Tribune would already be doing this. If there was some value to the public and it was so easy and so cheap to do, they could certainly sit here with a camera and post it. Everything that we do act on is already on the internet, including every check we write is currently available on the internet. I don't know if that can add any value here. The motion doesn't cover staff time, setup, and it's an order to buy some cameras, so it's not really complete. It's something that happens when you make a motion in a meeting rather than days ahead. I find no value in using public funds to move forward with this when it can be done privately.
Anyone else? Any additional comments?
Well, when we talk about making motions on the spot or what have you, I'm not so sure if that's related to me or not, but if it is, that's not applicable because this was made a long time ago. But I think for me, I think everyone's comments are valid and they make logical sense to me. I think at the end of the day, whatever we want to call it or whatever people feel comfortable with, and people who know me know I use the word transparency, and some people don't like that word, and I think sometimes it's quite frankly overused, just like a lot of other words in the education system. But when I talk about transparency, or when I've used that word before, what I'm talking about is simply making information available in any way that we can. So it's not to insinuate that we're hiding things, or to say that if hypothetically we were to approve something like this, to say, hey, look, public, we now have information available to you that we weren't willing to communicate before. That's not the message that I'm trying to send in this conversation.